Hello, I'm Toycat, and welcome back to another video. A few weeks ago, I made a video talking about some of the secrets inside the Xbox One operating system, and people really liked that video. It allowed people to get more out of their console, and I thought that was really cool. So I figured, given that the PlayStation 4 is actually the bigger current-gen console, it makes sense to go over 4, or 4.5 really, PlayStation 4 features. So hopefully you do all enjoy today's video. If you do like it, please do like it and let me know, because it helps out the channel a lot, and lets know you do like the kind of cool secret console speed videos. If you want to see on the Wii U in the future, let me know too. But with that said, let's get straight into it with the first little thing about the PlayStation 4 you might not have known, and it's one of my favorite PlayStation 4 features in general, because you might know that the PlayStation 4 keyboard is pretty cool, because as you can see, it only takes up some of the screen and it's semi-transparent anyway. It's pretty good. You don't have to take up the whole thing, and you can put it wherever you want. I think it's pretty cool to look at by itself. That's the thing you might know, and the second thing you might know is that you can use your touchscreen to actually control this if you want to. So yeah, you use the touchscreen, then tap down on it to be like, oh, this is a touchscreen, and then also you can use the auto suggest up here. Really, really cool stuff that everyone does know. However, the things you might not know is that you can actually press down the right stick, R3 it's called on PlayStation 4 I believe, and you can actually use motion control to activate it. So here's me moving my controller around, which is really cool. I know it's gimmicky, but it's also kind of cool, like, oh, let's try and spell gimmicky with the gimmick. And yeah, basically this is a really cool way to control it. But one thing you also might not have known is you can connect the PlayStation app, kind of like with Xbox Smart Glass, except it's a little bit easier, I think. If you connect the PlayStation app, you can actually type with this too. So here's me on my second screen, and I'm gonna move left. Oh wait, that's me. That's okay. I've got to swipe left, and there we go. Now I'm controlling this with my phone too, and boom, you can use so many different input devices, and you can move the whole thing around, which I think is just so cool. That the PlayStation keyboard has so much functionality, and it has the auto suggest stuff in there. So yeah, make sure you make the most of the PlayStation keyboard, because it's one of my favorite features. It really is so cool, and that's my new personal description. Let's not use that. So with that said, that's the first little secret you might not have known about. The PlayStation keyboard is awesome, and there's so many ways to use it. But yeah, let's go on to the second one, which is to do with trophies. So trophies are something most PlayStation players are familiar with. I'll be honest, I played Xbox first, so achievements are more ingrained in my head. But I do want to, okay, let's go to trophies, and let's talk about what you do know and what you might not know. Because trophies, obviously, they're a system kind of like achievements, but they actually are cooler than achievements in a lot of ways. First of all, there's a level system, so instead of having a big grand total of trophies, which you can look at, you have a level system. So I'm level 4 in trophies right now. You can get to like level 10, 12, etc. And it means that, you kind of compete. It has the leveling up ranking system where you feel really cool when you do that, as well as each game having its own trophy system. But the really cool thing to me that a lot of people don't take advantage of, that is so cool, is the fact that every achievement will tell you how many, what percentage of people actually have it. So, for instance, you can see only 5% of people have this achievement for traveling 500 meters in a single direction from where you started on a rail in Minecraft. And I think that's pretty cool. If we go to another game, PlayStation 3 Modern Warfare 2, you can basically use this as a guide to tell which achievements are rare and which ones you might want to go after, or just to see if you've done something really cool. So here's me. I ran the SSDD mission with less than 30 seconds, and only 2.9% of players who have played Modern Warfare 2 on the PlayStation 3 have done that, and that's pretty cool if you ask me. So yeah, I think that's one of the coolest functionality, features there is. The other thing you might not know is there's a platinum trophy for every game, which you get for getting all the other trophies. Also a pretty cool thing, and also some of the rarest achievements. So yeah, if you like, rarest trophies. If you like collecting rarity, if you like feeling like you're one of the very few people that have done something, PlayStation is so much better than Xbox at that, and it's one of the little handy things here. So with that said, let's move on to the third thing we're going to go into today. Oh, by the way, one thing, so the touchpad that you might not know is a lot of games do control it. We'll go to that later. But the third little secret feature about the PlayStation 4 here is actually to do with the store. So we're going to have to load it up, and it's going to take years, so let's just quickly take a pause here. Okay, so now we're in the store. I want to just quickly show you one of the things you can actually do using PlayStation Now, because you might think PlayStation Now is some weird service they offer as part of PlayStation Plus, and it kind of is. It's a subscription-y thing too. But what you can actually do is you can rent games without using this too. So renting games is actually, it's a cool idea by itself, being able to rent games. But the really cool thing about game rentals is because it's not done via your console, it's done by the cloud. You can actually play PlayStation 3 games on the PlayStation 4. That's right, the PlayStation 4 actually has backwards compatibility for a lot of PlayStation 3 games, a lot of the big ones in particular. I mean, right now you can't see a lot of them, but I guess it changes from week to week maybe. Oh, there we go, it's all games up here. But yeah, basically you can actually rent a whole range of really cool PS3 games if you want to. So not only is it cool because it's renting, not only is it cool because it's backwards compatibility, it's the two things combined. So yeah, there's a lot of cool PlayStation 3 games that I've kind of wanted to get around to. I know a lot of them have been remastered for PlayStation 4, but still, that's something you can do right here. Spelunky for the play. There's just a lot of games, and you can play all of them on your PlayStation 4 if you rent them for, I think it's $2.99 for 2 days or 3 days or something like that. Rent from, let's find out, shall we? It's 2 days for $2.99, 30 days for $5.99. So pretty cool, pretty cheap, and they're all meant to be pretty good games. So, Dynasty Warriors Secret 7, for instance. So, with that said, that is the game rentals and the backwards compatibility that most people don't know about. The Xbox One obviously has a bigger backwards compatibility program, but it is there on the PlayStation, just hiding in rentals for some reason. So, with that said, let's go on to the last little secret feature here, which is to do with playing games and also using the UI, which, again, I don't think it's quite so common on the PlayStation, but if it's a thing you do a lot where, for instance, I'll do this a lot where I'm downloading DLC, so, I'm in the game and I'm like, we have to go download some DLC. So I'll hop into the store, which are already there. One handy thing you can actually do, by the way, you can see my phone's connected by the little thing on the left there, but one handy thing you can actually do is you can double tap the PlayStation button and it takes you from one straight to the other, which it's pretty cool if you're looking at DLC from a game or you're doing something in the downtime from games. You can just be like, okay, we got 60 seconds, go to the store, do this, and it doesn't just work with the store, it works with any other app that's not a game. So if we had Netflix, I don't think I have it on the PlayStation, maybe I should, but if we had Netflix we could do that. If we have YouTube, you can actually go straight from that app to the game, and it's so cool if you have games like most first-person shooters where they have the 60-second delay. You can therefore, skip that whole delay and just go into a game and instantly come back to what you're doing. So here's me in the game, and here's me in the store again. Just one more time. Just going to quickly go from one straight to the other. So, pretty fast, pretty handy, pretty cool. Oh, by the way, just one cool thing the touchpad can do. Lots of games actually have support for it, so here's me using the touchpad to go up and down. Something pretty cool you might not know about. So, the final the 0.5 secret feature here is one I'd love to show you, but I cannot because I do not have a headset. I bought a cheap PlayStation 4 because they're expensive, but basically, yeah, if you have a headset or you have a PlayStation 4 camera, you can actually kind of treat it like a Kinect. That's right, the Kinect is one of my favorite Xbox One features when I have the room to use it. I don't right now, but if you actually, if you say PlayStation into your microphone and then you say a bunch of commands, I'll show you a few of them on the screen right now. If you say any of these commands, you can do a bunch of stuff. So you can turn off your PlayStation 4. If you say PlayStation, take screenshot, it will actually take a screenshot, and you can do that using voice commands. And yeah, all of these features are nifty. They improved my experience after I learned about them, and hopefully they can improve your experience too. If they do, I'd very much appreciate a like on the video because it helps out the channel out and lets me know you do like these kind of console videos. Let me know if you do want to see one, the Wii U secrets video, but also two, like a video on console wars in general, because it's something I've been meaning to do, but I don't know if everyone's too interested. But let me know with the comments. That's what they're there for. And other than that, subscribe when you're around here. I make videos like this every single day on my channel. If you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all very much for watching. Goodbye.